Francis Bacon's essay Of Marriage and Single Life presents a balanced and pragmatic analysis of the advantages and disadvantages of marriage and single life. Bacon examines how marriage and single life influence a man's character, finances, and contributions to society, avoiding a firm declaration of one as superior to the other. Bacon begins by affirming that a man with a wife and children faces significant constraints. They represent a financial and emotional liability, making it difficult for him to risk his wealth or person for noble, high stakes endeavors. Whether the cause is good or bad, a family is an obstacle to grand pursuits. Bacon notes that the most significant public works and benefactions often originate from unmarried men. Having no family of their own, these men have, in a sense, married the public and can devote their entire being and resources to a public cause. Men with children are inherently future oriented. They are driven to make plans and promises to secure their children's legacy. Bacon does not idealize single men. He acknowledges that many remain single for less than admirable reasons. Some see wives and children merely as items of expense, while foolish and greedy men even take pride in having no children, believing it is the surest path to preserving and growing their wealth. The primary motive for some is liberty. They view marriage as a form of imprisonment and cherish the absolute freedom that single life affords. The essay provides a detailed comparison of the character traits associated with each lifestyle. Unmarried men often make the best friends, the best masters, and the best servants because their affections and attentions are not divided by domestic duties. However, they often fail as citizens. Their strong sense of personal freedom can lead them to evade civic responsibilities as they have no family to tie them to a community or motivate sacrifice for the common good. Bacon also considers how suitability for marriage varies by profession. For a clergyman, the single life is preferable because it allows him to be more charitable, unburdened by the need to provide for a family. For judges and magistrates, the situation is indifferent. A corrupt judge will be a corrupt servant to his own vices, which is a worse master than any wife. For soldiers, marriage can be an advantage. The thought of wives and children can serve as a powerful emotional spur, fueling their courage in battle. The Turkish soldiers' historical aversion to marriage made their common soldiers even more base. In terms of character, single men can be more charitable due to lighter financial demands, but they also risk becoming cruel and hard hearted because they lack the daily experience of tenderness that a wife and children invoke. When discussing marriage, Bacon offers a practical wisdom. A grave man with traditional beliefs often proves a loving husband, and a wife will likely remain chaste and obedient if she believes her husband is wise and not excessively jealous. He famously defines the role of a wife across a man's life. For a young man, a wife serves the purpose of a mistress. In the middle age, she is a companion, and to the old man, she is a nurse. On the question of when to marry, he quotes a wit who said, "A young man not yet, an elder man not at all." Bacon concludes the essay with a curious observation. Bad husbands often have good wives. He speculates this may be because the husband's occasional kindness seems more precious by contrast, or because the wife takes pride in her own patience. However, he wryly notes that these same bad husbands, if given a chance to correct their error, would undoubtedly choose to remain married, revealing a complex, often contradictory human nature surrounding the institution of marriage.